Hey guys, welcome to Paz Window Cleaning channel, and this is week 28. What did I say wrong?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, all right, let's go again. Okay.
What did I say?
Welcome back to channel Paz Window Cleaning.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to
welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back to the channel. Okay.
Paz Window Cleaning.
Okay.
And this is week number 20. Go.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Paz Window Cleaning, and this is week 28 of 100K journey of 2024.
There you go. Yeah, this week we want to thank this week's sponsor, Project to Payment. Now, Project to Payment is a awesome business management tool that my wife and I literally use every single day. It just makes things so much easier when it comes to giving a bid than giving like a formal professional bid to the homeowner or the potential client. Then from there, when the job is done, then we give them the invoice, and then if they pay with their credit card, then from there it's always a 2.9% fee, which is awesome because you don't have to worry about like, oh, if they charge with the credit card in person it's this price or online that price. So it just makes things so much easier. And you know, we kind of tell them ahead of time that we do charge a 2.9% fee when it does come to a credit card, but anyways, it just makes things so much easier. And yeah, and the best part is they do give links to free reviews, and that's pretty cool too.
And don't forget that using our code you get 3 months free.
Oh yeah, that we want to make sure.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know, we want you guys to have, you know, to try it out and see if you like it, and we love it a lot. But anyways, thank you so much to Project to Payment for sponsoring this week's video. So now this week I would say that it was kind of, you know, slow but very nice, very chill, kind of like last week too, don't you think?
Yes. It was chill, but trust me, you will want those 2 weeks. And it was great.
Yeah, and that's why we do this like 100K journey like through the whole year, because not every week we have like the biggest jobs and we're like tired, you know. But this week and last week, right? Yeah, last week too, and this week was very slow, very nice, but still, you know, able to pay off the bills. So it's not like slow that we don't have any work, but it's just nice to be able to, you know, have a week that, you know, my wife and I, we only work a couple hours and just go home. So that's pretty cool.
That's great.
But anyways, let's get straight into this week. So Monday, we did, we did a client's house this Monday, but I did her house about a couple of years ago, I think 2 years ago, and I charged her $450 when I did her house. But this time around, and that's kind of like one thing that I kind of want to share with you guys, is that, you know, I mean, it's your business, you know, you do whatever you want, but at the same time, if I can make a suggestion for you guys, I would say that at least once a year, if not every other year, try to raise your prices, because you know, things go up. Now, if there's another COVID or something like that, of course things can change, but in our case, we did her house, or I guess I did that house by myself 2 years ago. Then from there, what ended up happening was this time around, I said, hey, or she reached out to me. She's like, hey, Andy, I want my windows cleaned again. I was like, hey, how's it going? But I just want to let you know that we can do the job. Price has gone up a little bit, just $50. And she's like, not a problem at all. I guess her neighbor had some construction done. Yes, some construction done next door. So she also wanted her screens cleaned too, right? So it was pretty cool because, you know, I raised the price $50 and I got screens, because last time I didn't. So we did her windows, my wife and I, or Achi and I, for $500, right? And so $50 more. But also too, she had 22 screens, so that equaled to $110 for screens, because as you guys know, we charge $5 a screen, and so that equaled to then $610. But man, that job was like very chill.
Yeah, it was super. We call that a cookie cutter. Oh yeah,
cookie cutter. They did have French windows though, but
it was fast.
Yeah,
it was easy.
Yeah, it wasn't like too crazy.
Yeah, it was just one. Yeah,
it was one story.
One story house.
Yeah. And what was nice too is that like at the end of it, like the wife was like, yeah, I kind of walked around, but you know, we don't have to do the walk around. So that was pretty cool. So, but yeah, so they ended up getting us paid right there and then that was kind of it. Yeah. So I think I've kind of told you guys in the past, but I don't know if I have, but I'm just going to say it again. So whenever it's an outside only job, I always go by myself, right? So this job, when I ended up doing, it's kind of funny. I went to their house, I did all the windows, and like at the end of the job, I was like, because, so the way the house was that it was a 2-story outside only. I went inside, took off all the screens, and that's another thing too. A couple of you guys asked me like, hey Andy, how do you take off the second story story screens, I literally just go inside.
Yeah.
If the person's not home, like, oh, well, let me ask you, do you think it's easy to take off second story screens if you can't go inside?
No.
Yeah.
Especially because we don't use ladders. The water fed is extendable, is a pole, so you don't have like all these ladders to go in a crazy angle to take off the screen.
Exactly, and it makes things more harder, right? Because sometimes it's like the window's like way in the back. So the reason why I asked actually that was because what we do, right? Hopefully this helps you guys out. Whenever we go to someone's house and they're like, let's say, or maybe not go to someone's house, but they say, oh, I want a schedule for us to come. And then I'm like, oh, okay, we need you to be there. Oh, but I won't be there. Can you just do the windows with the screens? I always tell them, hey, it's better for us to be there when you're there because we're not going to get on a ladder. It's just easier for us just to go inside your house, take off the screens, put the screens back on. And that's kind of the reason why I want to bring this up too, because you can like mention it to them. Not that you're cleaning, but it's free and included in the service to take off the screen and put on the screen, because some people actually, if you can believe it, don't know how to put a screen. Not that it's their fault of their own, but sometimes they're very hard to put back on.
Yeah.
So anyway, so when it came to her house, I went there. I went inside the house. I took off all the screens on the second story. The first floor, I just kind of did it from the outside. It was not a problem at all. Took care of all the windows and everything like that. At the very end, she was like, oh, can I have my screens done too? And I was like, oh, and then the thing is, I think you were making an awesome lunch too. I think it was,
Yes, I was cooking pasta.
Yeah, pasta with bacon.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, you know, like 12:30 is coming close, you know, but I talked with you really quick. She's like, oh, you know, it's okay. So I told the lady, you know what, I'll be more than happy to clean your screens. So I ended up cleaning like all her screens pretty much. And I didn't get a number, but I think that's 13 screens probably. But so yeah, ended up cleaning 13 screens really quick. And yeah, it was just very smooth transition. She was super happy because, you know, I wasn't prepared for it. But this is kind of why I want to tell you guys too, because like when I was taking off the screens, you know, she doesn't know me, you know, so she was kind of following me around the house, which is fine. I don't mind it at all. But when I was taking off the screen, she was like, oh man, that's really dirty. Like even like the frame had like, you know, just dirt and like some spider webs. Fortunately, there was not any spiders, but still it was like a lot of like stuff on the screen. And she's like, oh, can you clean the screens too? Like, and she's like, I don't mind paying extra for it. I was like, yeah, I charge $5 a screen. She's like, all right, let's just do it. So ended up at the end of the job, she was like thinking about it. So at the end of the job, can you do the screens too? So you mean, come on, you're cleaning your windows and the screens are dirty.
To have the screens clean
yeah, and
too.
I don't think she's cleaned her screens and windows for like 13 years. So kind of gives you an idea how like, yeah, how bad the screens were. But yeah, so I was in and out, and then after that had an amazing pasta with bacon lunch, I would say that. And yeah, that was kind of it for that job. And then yeah, then we took a couple of days off, and then today, Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Today was a cookie cutter, but it was a little bit difficult, but we were able to get it done. They wanted their windows inside and out done, but also solar panels. So how do we normally do it when they have solar panels? Do I do the windows first? Do I do the screens?
No, first the solar panels.
Yeah, because when I do the solar panels, it's normally on the roof, right? Almost like every single time, 9 times out of 10. The only reason why I say 9 times out of 10, because sometimes they have solar panels in very weird locations. Kind of hard to explain that in a video, but I think you guys kind of have an idea what I'm talking about. But so I like to do all the solar panels on the top first, even if they have gutters and all that, you know, doing whatever. It doesn't matter if they have gutters. I just, you know, take care of the solar panels first. Also too, another important reason is because of the sun. You don't want to have too much sun on the solar panels while you're cleaning. So we normally get there like really early in the morning, take care of the solars first. Today was like super gloomy.
It was.
Yeah. We woke up and we were like, what in the world?
It was cold.
Yeah, it was even cold. Yeah, that's right. So we were like, you know, like, let's just, you know, let's just start early anyway. So we ended up taking care of the solar panels. She did an amazing job. She did the windows on the inside. Some of them we were able to pull on the outside, from the inside of the outside windows, clean them. And also too, I want to kind of give like another like tip, I guess. When it comes to like water fed, I literally water fed every single house as much as I can. But in this case, I mean, we did have solar panels, but if we didn't have solar panels, I like to just use the water fed as much as I can. But one thing you guys always need to keep in mind is that you cannot water fed every single house. Now, the reason why I say that is because, yes, you see me doing a lot of water fed on the windows and all that stuff, but some windows, especially like older houses here in Pasadena, houses are like 100 years old.
Yeah, historical houses
yeah,
too.
Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, so you cannot even change them that much because they're historical houses. So some of the windows are like, how do I say it? They're like flat against the panel of the window or whatever. So if you put water, like water gets in. Now,
they don't have a lip.
Yeah, so the newer...
When they close,
yeah,
that's it. They don't have, so water goes through.
Yeah, so the...
Under.
Yeah, yeah. So the water gets in. So if they have like a little lip on the inside, and that's kind of like, I guess, like an exception for the historical houses. Sometimes they put a little lip. So if water comes in, it kind of blocks it from getting in. So in today's house, we kind of had to do some of them by water fed.
A lot by hand.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, because it was getting into the house.
Yeah, but how was it for you today? Like doing the inside of the house? Was it kind of straightforward?
Yeah, it was for all French windows, but it was nice. It was very easy.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, no, because the thing is also too, like remember last week or the week before talking about like wooden frames. Fortunately, these wooden frames were painted, but still left kind of like a little bit of marks here and there. We took care of it, not a problem. But really cool family because we got in there, we did the job, and then from there we kind of were like, hey, you know, how does the house look? They're like, yeah, it's good. I have to get going. Here's the money. He paid me right away. Left, and I was like, okay. So very chill, very nice. But yeah, I mean, this week was like the chillest people ever.
It was the chillest week also we had so far in the summer.
That's right.
Because we just worked three days. We just worked 3 days this week.
But in a funny way, you had 3 days off.
Yes.
Yeah, so, but
I worked just 2 days.
Yeah, no, because remember what you were telling me today? You're like, oh, I feel like I haven't worked in like forever.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that's nice. No. But again, there's no point for you to come with me if it's just outside only. No. So, yeah, it was just very chill, very nice. Next week, I mean, I feel like July's kind of like a slow month. What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we have a couple of jobs next week, but still, it's kind of like...
May was crazy busy.
No, but June, I think that was like the most busiest week, month in the whole year that June we had.
Was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. But all in all, I think this week was kind of chill. But I think the most important question is how much did we make this week?
How much we make? You gonna say it? Well,
I'll let you say it.
Okay, so this week we made $2,085.
Oh, actually, let me rewind a little bit. That is how much we made. But how much did we make? I'm gonna say it at the house that we did today. So for inside and out, we did $650. Okay, and then the solar, he had 36 solar panels. As you guys know, we charge $10 solar panel, so that means it was $360. So today's job was $1,010. So.
That add up to $2,085.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. And anything else before we wrap it up?
No, it's just getting super hot in California, and it's nice to start working early. And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, we normally, like I always say, we like to do one job a day. Unless it's like 2 cookie cutters, we do 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Have we done 3 jobs this year? Like in the same day? I think one time, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So again, you know, we like to like, you know, do the jobs and make it efficient and everything, but we don't want to blitz it either that we just do a terrible job and move on. So that's why we don't like to do 3 jobs a day. 2 jobs, cookie cutter is okay if it's very easy, especially with Ashley. She's with me, then it's easy. But yeah, I mean, it was very chill, very chill week. 3 days. That's right. We only worked 3 days this week, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we were, what was it, January? We did like 1 job a week, and we were like, yeah. But anyway, so, but thank you guys so much for using our links. We really appreciate that you guys use our links to purchase products through the WCR website. As you guys know, all this stuff that we use comes from WCR. There's a few exceptions that we get from Home Depot, but I mean, like, for example, this is like a paint can opener that, you know, we just bought from Home Depot, and we got it, I don't know, a few years ago, and I've been using it ever since. But pretty much all that we use is WCR website. Yeah, if you have any questions about a product or you want to know more about something, always feel free to reach out to us. It's 626-545-3132. And I think today there is a Mormon sale. Yes, Mormon products. It's a flash sale, so it could probably just be for Friday only, but it's 15% off. Hopefully it goes on the weekend while you guys are watching this. That is still available, but 15% off on that. And yeah, it's just nice to take a chill.
Yes, it's nice to take a chill.
Maybe that'll be our what's the title for this week?
Yes, nice to take a chill.
Yeah, but anyways, thanks you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.